welcome back to another HwaitingRadio episode. Again, we have a lot to talk about, so let's get the episode started. I have two guests with me, and guest number one, introduce yourself, and what do you do? Even though everyone knows you already, hi.
I got a new intro since the last time I was on the show, so 안녕하세요 여러분. Hey, what's up guys, it's your girl Robyn coming at you, and if you guys don't already know, I am a K-pop YouTuber. I upload multiple videos about K-pop. A lot of people just say I'm a reaction channel, but I do more than just that, I promise. And yeah, that's what I do.
Oh, I like that. Okay. Guest number two.
Hi guys, my name is Immy. I was on here for last December, if I could go back that far. Yeah, last December's episode. And I am also a K-pop radio DJ on the East Coast. I also do writing. I have my own podcasts. And I go to a lot of K-pop concerts and events, and I cover them. So it's nice to meet everybody that are just hearing about me for the first time, and the people that listen to this all the time. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes, she's more professional than me. Go check
you
out her
always
stuff.
say that.
I know, I have to, because you always sound so professional. I love it.
She's more professional than me too.
You literally been doing this longer than me. Give yourself some credit.
I know, but I just love it. I love it. Okay. All right. So, and if I didn't mention in my intro, this is episode 49. I'm almost to 50, halfway.
Wow.
It's taken me 10 years, but we're almost there. Okay. So this is just gonna be like K-pop, what's on our mind. So, Robyn, take it away.
Why?
What is on your mind in the K-pop world? You said that you were kind of out of it because of what group?
GOT7.
Okay.
Yes. So you went to the concert, and tell us, fangirl away. Go.
Oh god. Okay, so if you guys don't know, GOT7 is my second ultimate group, but as of right now, they're coming from my ultimate group, and I hate it. Now I'm like saying like Teen Top, you need to come back soon before GOT7 takes your spot. But continuing on, I went to the GOT7 concert in Houston. I almost said Dallas. I'm so used to saying Dallas. I went to the concert in Houston with my friends. Moral to the story, I was at the barrier of P2. And let's just say, I got recognized by like all of GOT7 but Bam Bam. And like Jackson Wang, true MVP, notices me at the end of the freaking concert and decides to, go get my bias Jin Young. Brings Jin Young over to me. And like literally Jackson's like, hey, look, and points at me. And Jin Young's like, ah! And Jin Young is that savage member of GOT7 that is like, he doesn't do that unless like he knows you. So I was just like, ha! And thank God I was doing something, because I thought I literally just stared at them like in a blank smile, like, oh my god, hi. But apparently I pointed at them, which is a good thing. But Jin Young pointed at me, and then later on in the next remix song that they performed, Jin Young was glaring at me. Yeah, I got the signature Jin Young glare. And he went to go get me, he wanted to throw me a banana plushie, and he tried tossing it to me, but he tossed it too light. So, because like I was like on the barrier, but like there's two shoulders of two girls in between me, so I like wasn't like on it. And he tossed it, and like the girl like right next to me caught it and threw it back at him. And he kind of like was joking around and like walked by and was like, I don't know. And then continuing on, Youngjae, the sweetheart he is, was trying to do the shoot. And it was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. He tries to do the shoot, and he's like looking in the crowd, and then he sees me and like literally waves at me like a 2-year-old, or like he saw an old friend. And that was amazing. And then let's just say Go Higher was the death of me, because JB did double takes at me, was like, oh my gosh, I've seen this girl before. Yu-Gyum did this whole like crouch thing and pointed at me like, hey, I know you. And then Mark, I thought he was ignoring me throughout the whole concert. Mark came by and he was like, oh, hey, and did like little like weird ass pointing at me. And I was just like, okay, that happened. Thanks for noticing me. Oh, and then Jackson, before like he brought Jin Young over and everything during one of the songs. I think it was Hey. They were performing Hey, and Jackson comes up to me and he goes, hey, as in wanting us to like sing with him. And he goes, hey, and like points the mic out, and he points at me and goes, I know you. And I was like, huh? I didn't know he was talking to me. I thought he was talking to people around me. So I was like, oh, Hino, and looking around, and everyone was like, you, and I'm like, oh, shoot, what's good? But yeah, that's what happened. I've been GOT7 trash ever since, and I ever since that experience, it made me really, really, really want to interview GOT7. So yeah.
Wow.
It was literally like, wow. It was a lot. Like, literally, I don't know how I didn't faint or pass out. Like, literally, I almost did. And Jamie's such a sweetheart. There was a girl who passed out at the inn, and he was trying to get security to go over to her. And he was the last one to leave the stage. And he realized he was the last one, and the way he started running off was so cute. Sorry.
But you have video proof of all of this, right?
I do. I have video proof of everything. And then, like, there's this one. Okay, my video is crappy because one, I decided to hold it like a normal phone instead of holding it like landscape, I guess you would say. There's that. Also, because I'm pretty, like, since I'm not on the barrier, I'm more in the like, I'm on the barrier, but like I'm not at the same time. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's difficult to explain. But like, so like my video is like pretty crappy because I'm like literally getting pushed the heck out of me, and I'm like, oh my god. Literally, I made the resting Jinyoung face during Go Higher at one point, and Jinyoung, Jackson, and Mark saw it and started laughing at me. They were like, that's hilarious. But there's this one person who was 2 people over on the barrier that got Jackson and Jinyoung and Youngjae and Mark and Yugyeom really well. And I was like, bless this person. And it's like, I thought Bam Bam of all people would recognize me first. He didn't do anything. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I ain't gonna complain though, because Jackson Wang knows me. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Just like fake throw up sound and then okay. Fades to black. That's too funny. Dang, that is a crazy experience.
It really was, and I wasn't expecting it because, like, I was joking about it with my friends. I was like, because Jackson's called out at least one YouTuber every single concert since like they got here, and I was like joking about it with my friends because, like, you know, back in 2015, Bam Bam said that he watched my video, so I was just like, I was like joking about it because I didn't think they still watch my videos anymore. So this means that they either are subscribed to me or they look me up specifically when they come to watch my reactions. So, and because whenever Bam Bam said that he watches my videos, I was Mark biased at that time. So they had to have watched a recent video where they know I'm Jinyoung biased. Okay, continuing on with that though. I was telling my friends, I was like, Jackson's gonna recognize me. Jackson's gonna recognize me. And I was just joking around with it. And I even, like, I made some friends behind me. And, like, one girl was, like, hugging onto my, like, waist because she was so small and, like, she was getting pushed around. And I was like, you can, like, hold my waist. I don't mind. And I was, like, telling them, I was like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. And, like, you know, in the past, Mimo said that he watches my videos and stuff like that. And they're just like, how many GOT7 events have you been to? I was like, we're including Kcon last year, this is my 3rd event. And they're just like, what event did you go to before Kcon? And I was like, oh, their fan meet in Dallas in 2015, whenever they first came to the US. And I was like, yeah, and they're just like, oh, Jackson's gonna recognize you. I was like, I don't know. And then it actually happens. I was like, I didn't expect this to happen. I was just joking around, but hello. Like, okay. And now it makes me scared because now I know that they watch my videos, now it makes me scared about who else watches my videos. Oh god.
I mean, you'd be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Never. It's like, you never know. And when you find out, it's scary.
Their downtime, that's what they watch, is reaction videos.
Yep.
They watch that, or people do the shoot dance, or the dab, or the nay-nay, or whatever other dance craze is coming out. That's what they do. Watch reactors and watch the latest dance craze.
Yep. And I'm just like, I wasn't expecting this at all. Like, okay, cool.
When everyone like came here and like with their tour and everything, like they, especially in New York, like the way that they got onto Good Day New York and that they've just been doing all this press on either West Coast or East Coast, like it's so cool just to see so many K-pop acts in general be on TV in America. Like I remember my mom, I don't know where she was out somewhere, and my cousin, because you know you have relatives that know that you're into K-pop, so then like any little like K-pop anything on the TV, they're like, hey, isn't that a K-pop group? So I wasn't with my mom, but she was out somewhere. My cousin was like, hey, is that like a K-pop group? And my mom is like just as much as a fan as I am. So she like fell out because NCT was on Access Hollywood, like just on TV, like daytime TV, and she was freaking out. So it's just cool that like, you get to see like your faves on TV at a decent time. You don't have to wait and find a live stream at like 4 a.m. in the morning, like it's Mama Awards, or 6 a.m. Well, the red carpet starts at 4 or 3, but like the show starts at 6 a.m. So it's just so dope, like to see GOT7 come over here and did what they did, and then Monsta X just literally like a week after them in New York just had a crazy like time. It's so cool. Oh, I love seeing faves succeed.
Yeah, same here.
Yep.
It's so awesome. And it's like, rather than paving the way, it's just like now everyone's coming over and it's opening the media's eyes to like so many things. And like even Kcon got a ton of coverage. Going to Kcon New York was like a lot of fun. Robyn was there as well.
That was insane for me because I went to LA and like it's true, LA is bigger than New York, but like New York has a different vibe to it than LA.
Yes, thank you for saying that.
Wait.
Goodness.
I never been to New York, so can you kind of explain like the differences?
Okay, so LA is huge in the fact that it's in a convention center, so it's ran like a convention, as is the New York one, but it's a different vibe because it's outside, so it feels more like a festival versus a convention.
Yes.
Does that make sense? It's so like really everyone's outside, it's hot, there's like the food vendors, but you're actually outside with the food vendors. You're not like, oh, let's go out from this AC and go and get food and then we're gonna go back inside the AC. You know, you're just out in like the nice summer heat. And there's like loud music coming from everywhere. That's the only thing, is that like the sound proportions are like crazy. You hear like every different K-pop song, you'll probably hear one different chorus of one K-pop song, and then you hear like the end of that K-pop song still playing in like a whole different section. Kcon switched it up a lot. Well, Kcon New York switched it up a lot this year from what they usually do, within the artist engagements, within the layout of the convention. I didn't have any complaints. I rarely have complaints about Kcon. Everyone that's on here, if you don't know, I'm like a Kcon enthusiast. I just make it my thing to go every year. No matter what other K-pop groups come, I have to go to Kcon New York and LA. So it was great, and I like the concert vibe more because everyone feels like together. Like you can easily like make friends in New York quicker, and like everyone just seems to just like be having a really good like time. I know that's the same for LA, but LA people seem more like trying to see their faves and trying to be a little bit pushy. The convention floor is a little bit like squished in the fact that people really are just trying to do them. But in New York, it kind of feels more like, I don't know, it feels like a hippie festival versus a convention.
And like for me, because Kcon LA was my first ever Kcon, and then going to New York, it was like a completely different experience. Like, you know, I thought I was getting away from the Texas heat. I kind of did in a way, but it's still hot, and it's more humid than hot in New York than it is in Texas, or at least where I live. If you go further south, it's hella humid there. But, you know, I was like expecting like everyone to be like, move out of the way, because of like they all want to see their faves, like, you know, they were in LA, because, you know, in LA where they do everything is like artist engagement is inside the convention center, and the Toyota booth is inside the convention center and everything like that. But whereas with New York, it's all outside. So literally me and Immy and two of our other friends, your sweet guys, we literally stayed for like 2 hours waiting for Pentagon at the Toyota booth outside in the heat. And we were just like, okay, where's Pentagon?
Chilling.
Yeah, we were literally chilling there, like, hello. And then, you know, I remember EXID was in, like, the part where, like, they have, like, the panels and the dance workshops. And, like, the way they had Kcon New York split this year is, like, one side of the parking lot was, like, where they had panels in the dance convention, and then the, like, Star Talk, whatever that is. And then on the other side, they had, like, the Toyota booth and, like, the Korean Beauty and then the Kcon stage. And I just thought that was, like, really cool. And, like, seeing some of the artists, like, Pentagon going in the Toyota booth, and then seeing, like, I saw Stray Kids from afar at the Kcon stage. Like, literally, you don't even have to be in that same area to see the Kcon stage and when idols would go on. Literally, you could be by the food trucks. You could be by the food trucks and see the Kcon stage, and that's how I saw Pentagon. Or not Pentagon, Stray Kids. I was like, oh, hey, look, there's Stray Kids. And it was interesting. Did I buy any food at Kcon? No, because I was broke, and I was like, I'm staying in New York for a week. I don't have the money to buy, like, a $12 thing of, like, ramen. Like, I don't got the money for that, so... But it was just interesting, and then, like, I'm really happy that they did have artist engagement, like, inside the building, because it was nice to get air conditioner, even though I was in high touch, so I technically didn't get air conditioner because it was hot, and I was in the middle of a high touch pit, and that was fun. But it was a different experience, and, like Immy said, like, with New York, you feel like you can connect better, and, like, you actually become friends, whereas in LA, it seems like more people are just there to see their face.
People are literally nicer. I guess that's what it boils down to.
And something else that I realized about New York is, like, literally New York gets lit at the concert, whereas with, like, LA, whereas with, like, LA, it's, like, half and half. Like, last year, it was, like, the only time people got lit at LA that I noticed was when NCT came out, when GOT7 came out, and when 101 came out. And kind of
17. And kind of 17, they shut that down for 17. 17... Oh my god, when they shut it down that first night, first of all, I was surprised that their Sunbays didn't close, which was Vicks. I was so surprised at that. But 17 shut that down the first night, and then GOT7 closed the second night, which was expected because they were the seniors of that night, minus Super Junior, D&E, which technically Super Junior, D&E, the subunit, they really don't got to close stuff down. It's not the full unit. They're like, there are some bands that are like, yeah, we just gonna do this early and then go home into the hotel. But the concert in New York was like crazy hype. And I think that this year was a little bit different in a way because obviously Kcon like split the prices and I know everyone freaked like the F out about it. But what I love is that Kcon was being like hella passive aggressive this year because everyone complains. All you see in their Twitters, all you see is in their replies is like, oh, Kcon New York has a sucky lineup compared to LA. And then Kcon was like, oh, really? Well, let's give you this beautiful, beautiful lineup in New York. And quote unquote, now everyone's saying the LA lineup quote unquote sucks. That's not my words, that's other people's. So I feel like Kcon was like, yep, well, let's do this and give you guys this. And then see how you like it. Because there's people in the mentions that complain. There's people that give surveys that are never going to go to Kcon. They just want their unpopular opinion heard, which no one really cares if you're not going to contribute to the convention itself. If you're never going to go, don't be in their mentions. If you're never going to go, don't be in their surveys. If you're never going to go, don't even follow Kcon. Like, I don't get that whole changing the aspect thing. So what people has been asking for years, Kcon did. And now that they did it, you guys are like, no, change it back. No, you're money hungry. No, you're this, you're that. And it's like, then don't ask for it. Kcon's a convention for people. So, of course, they're going to change because of you guys' whims. So, don't ask for it if you don't want it.
And, like, I don't think, like, okay, whenever I first heard the artists for Kcon New York, I was like, all right. And, like, there was a few groups I was excited to see. But, for me, making the transition from LA to New York, because I'm trying to switch it up every year, like go to LA one year and then go to New York the next year. So for me going to New York, Immy can vouch for this. Even though I don't mind it, but like half of the lineup for Kcon New York was a repeat of Kcon LA. And I'm not like saying like that's a bad thing because I love almost all the artists that came to Kcon New York this year that even went to Kcon LA last year. And it's like, I'm happy I got to see the groups that I saw because now I'm like finally into them. Like I've been wanting to get fully into Pentagon for so long and here I am, a full universe, and I hate myself.
Oh, it takes people so long to get into that. I'm like, where have you been? Like, please just jump in, please. Yeah.
Except I'm still mad that they didn't perform Runaway. I'm still pressed that 101 did not perform Boomerang. Okay.
They performed Runaway at Club Kcon, so I got to see it.
Oh, lucky! But I'm still mad. Like, literally, Kcon New York was a month ago. I'm still mad that 101, because out of all the groups that were going, 101 was my favorite, only because I love Minhyun way too much. Like, my love for Minhyun is actually disgusting at this point. But I was like, okay, I heard Boomerang. They literally played Boomerang right before they came out for artist engagement. So you would assume they're gonna perform Boomerang. They did not perform Boomerang. I was really mad. And they also closed, but they closed with 3 songs, whereas with NCT, they performed like 5. And I was like, okay, if NCT's gonna perform 5 songs, then they need to close. Not 101, but just 3 songs.
Yeah, people were feeling NCT way more than 101. But they're gonna have them close the night because they are hopefully disbanding on December 31st, regardless of end of the year awards that end in late January, or their contracts, or whatever they're trying to extend. So I think that this is like their extended world tour that they're already on. Mm-hmm. So I knew they were going to close, even though I wasn't a fan of them closing at all. But, you know, there's always special stages at Kcon, and there's just a lot of fun to do. I actually went into detail about some of the other, like, negatives and things of that sort. Like, not about Kcon, but, like, just aspects of it. In my podcast that was like a little bit longer than this. But yeah, Kcon it's what you make of it. Point blank period. If you think you're going there with a crappy lineup, then you're gonna have a crappy time. Yeah. If you don't look at the schedule and you don't know where to put yourself where the idols are, you're not gonna see anybody. If you don't put yourself out there to get high touches and try, then you're not gonna get them. Yeah. I literally went 15 minutes before an EXID high touch. Mind you, I've never gotten a high touch at Kcon in general, just because I've seen the videos, I've heard bad stories. I was over it. I can go buy a high touch with an idol group that I actually love. So like, I was gonna get an EXID high touch, and I was looking for it, and then I was like, yeah, you know, if I don't get it, it is what it is. I'm not gonna pay a ridiculous amount for it. I'd only pay what Kcon was selling it for, which was $155. I wasn't gonna go above that. Like, people try and play you. It's like, no, Kcon's selling it for $155, so I'll go $5 above that price. Mm-hmm. So I was literally walking to the convention. I'm like, you know what? Something told me, like, get up, get your clothes on, get money, just get cash, and go to the convention and look on Twitter for someone that's selling it. Because people were trying to trade girl groups for 101 Pentagon and Stray Kids. I'm a girl group stan, but it don't go that way. They're like, these girls are not going to trade boys for girls. Like, no one wants From Miss 9, no one wants EXID, because the boy groups take precedence, point blank period. Mm-hmm. So I was like, someone's going to sell their EXID high touch to me, because y'all that were trading it yesterday, you weren't going to get what you were going to get. So literally walking to the convention, 15 minutes before their artist engagement starts, I got an EXID high touch from someone off Twitter for $60. Which is literally their lowest, like, it is Kcon's lowest artist engagement pack if I was to buy one, which doesn't even include a high touch. Yeah. So I bought it for $60, and I walked into that line, and I got to see my favorite girl group of literally all time. And that was just the icing on the cake. And people are like, how do you get these things? How are you so lucky to blah, blah, blah? And it's like, you have to be literally at the right place at the right time and put yourself out there. Like, Kcon is the only 2 or 3 days that you have to be around the culture that you spend a whole year absorbing. Why aren't you there just freaking out and having a good time with anybody? Like, just do anything, you know? Yeah.
And, like, that was, like, the same with me whenever I, like, got 101, because I originally got Stray Kids because I bought the A1 pack, because I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to buy nosebleed seats for Kcon, and I'm going to get this A1 pack because it comes with a guaranteed high touch. And there was a part, exactly, and I was like, okay, so there's a part of me saying I'm gonna get either Stray Kids or 101, and I was just like, I opened it and I see that I got Stray Kids, and I was like, I wonder if I could trade this for a 101. And luckily, my friend from college was also there, and she brought a pen and paper, bless. So I literally wrote, have Stray Kids high touch, we'll trade for 101 high touch. Literally within 5 minutes of me writing that, I got my 101 high touch, and I was like, hey. And then whenever I met up with Immy, she said that she was looking for an EXID high touch, and I kept my eyes peeled for an EXID high touch for her. I was like, I'm looking. I was like, I hope I can find one. And then if it also wasn't for Immy, I probably wouldn't have seen Kcon at the Toyota booth either. Because I didn't even know about it until she was like, oh, Kcon's going to be here. I was like, oh, well, I'm staying here.
Wow. Like me though, I'm the one moping around. I'm like, I didn't get anything. I'm not having fun. Every year I do that. But again, like you guys said, if you guys don't be active, and if you really want it, you gotta go and get it, right? Yeah.
And it's fine to like mope around. Like, there are some times when it's like literally like downtime, or you're really tired of the convention and you're like, today's really slow. Like, I figured, like, that was me this year. Like, this year for the panels, because I go so much and they bring the same panelists every year with the same themes every year, I'm starting to, like, not go into panels. I just walk around the convention center and, like, try and find, you know, places to find the idols and stuff. And if I have green room access, then I'll sit in the green room. But, like, there wasn't really a lot to do. I was just walking. Well, a good thing I had, like, Robyn, I had YSG. In New York, my family goes, so I have, like, family time with them. So, like, it was really good socially. But usually, like, now, we'll see in LA. Like, I'm starting to, like, not go to panels just because they're the same ones every time and the same people. So, yeah. But Kcon was great, and it always is. And LA is going to be great, because that's what I make of it. And yeah, that's the highlight of my year so far.
I'm still low key mad though that I'm not going to LA because my fourth Ultimate Bias group is going.
And if they do a special stage with a full Newest, you will see tears just filling the whole Staples Center.
Newest is my fourth Ultimate Bias group. 17 is my third. So I'm just like, and there's a part of me saying that they are going. It's either 17 and Newest W are going to do something, or Newest W is going to bring. Or Minhyun is gonna join Newest for
That's what I'm saying, yeah. It's like Newest becomes a full for a special stage, and if Love Paint is played, like, you will see, or Yoboseo, you will see me, like, tears will fill the whole stadium. It's not even a stadium, that's just how many tears I'll cry.
No, literally, I'm telling all my friends that I know that are going to LA, I was like, please record anything that has to do with 17, Newest, or 101. I need it, especially if Newest is stage. Because I'm just like, I need this. Like, I'm so ready. I never thought I'd say this, but I love 101, but I'm ready for Newest. I'm ready for Minhyun to go back to Newest.
Everyone's been ready for him to go back.
I'm just ready. I'm ready.
So, yeah, talking about being ready. So, 101 is supposedly trying to, well, not 101, we can't blame the boys, but their company is trying to extend their contract to not the end of December now, but to the end of January. What do you guys think about that?
Isn't this like their second time?
This is their actually third time, maybe fourth time bringing it up. It was recently brought up in a press conference for their world tour, which started in, like, June. So the leader addressed that situation, was like, no, he kind of was, like, expressing, like, no, we ready to just go back and, you know, get our own coin so CJ, E&M can get their hands out of our pockets. And then recently, like, I think I saw an article this week on Soompi about it, and now they're really trying to extend. And some companies are like, no, like, stop. We're not giving you any more of our members and our members' times. Like, they have other schedules. Like, I know Daehui is supposed to go to MXM, right? And become, like, a trio, or, like, do something with Lungwa from JBJ. Like, something's supposed to happen with that company. Yeah, Daehui already has a group, as does, who else? I think Kang Danielle is doing something with another group. They already have plans, and their other companies has expressed it. So half of their companies are like, yeah, no, we have stuff already scheduled for January, you know, trying to keep the momentum. And then other ones are like, yeah, we're in talks. So what do you guys, like, think about them, like, continuing to try and get more time together?
I think they just want money, the company, honestly. And I think some fans are kind of selfish because they love 101 so much, but I think they forget that some of them have their own companies and own groups. So, I don't know.
My response to that is just bring Minhyun back to Newest.
I agree.
Like, the other 10, I don't care.
Bring Minhyun, because literally Minhyun is the only reason why I got into 101, because he's my bias in Newest. And, you know, when your bias leaves, obviously you follow. So that's the only reason why. I'm just like, I'm just waiting. I'm like, the only reason, so many Wannables are going to attack me now, but, like, the only reason why I'm supporting 101 is because Minhyun's in it and he's my bias from Newest. Sorry
Honestly,
about it.
Like, not a lot of Wannables, like, should come at you, because that's literally what their group is, like, solo stands. Literally, that's what their group is made out of. They like the whole group, yeah, because their solo stand, the person that they solo stand can be in a group and be noticed. But honestly, when they all break up, I think people, their solo stands are just going to go to the groups that they're in.
As long as Minhyun goes back. Literally, 2 days
As
ago.
long as Minhyun goes back.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you.
Did you hear anything that I said, woman?
She heard nothing.
No, I heard everything. I'm just like,
As long as Minhyun goes back.
Like, that's it. That's the end. That's the end.
No, but like, I don't know if you guys saw, but 2 days ago, Minhyun was with Becco of Newest doing a V Live. I literally lost my mind. Like,
Oh my god, was he? I would have cried. See, I took V-Live off so I like don't get distracted at all times of the day, including the middle of the night. But that would have been so cute to see.
I lost my mind. Like, literally, I was filming a video and I get the notification because I have an Apple Watch. I get the notification on my watch and I see it. And I literally was like, and I got my phone, obviously, and I went to it and I saw Becco laying on Minhyun's chest and I threw my phone. I was like, nope, not doing it. I had to stop my video. Like, I had to stop making my video, and I still haven't finished that video because I was triggered.
Wow, I would have screenshotted that a million times, and now that's what Immy's doing when she gets off of this call.
It was amazing. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. Oh, I'm just ready for him to go back. Okay.
I'm ready for the members of Hot Shot to go back.
Oh,
they are, in my head, the most underrated boy group in all time. And the reason I say that is because one member was in JBJ, and he was a huge favorite, also the leader.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is in 101. Two of them, if I'm not, no, one. One of them is in 101. The other one ranked very, very high besides Nam Taehyun. The other one ranked super high. I think like it is in 20s. And then there's another member that, actually two members just were competing in the unit. Timoteo and I forget the other cutie's name, but I think he's... Okay. And he actually made it into UMB. So constantly you have hotshot members that are exceeding in dancing, exceeding in vocals, exceeding in just being the favorite of the group sometimes when they're in these temporary groups, and it's like hotshot, but all of them come from hotshot. So when you put hotshot together, can you imagine how fire that group is and how fire that they've been? And it gets me so emotional and upset because if you look at their track record, they always gather attention. They gather a fan base before they even get put in the group. When they're in the group, they have a big fan base, but they have yet to become a full whole because at the end of December, well, technically January of 2019, that's when all of their members will be back because JBJ is done, UMB is going to be done, I think in September or October, and then 101's going to be done. And I really need Hotshot to just come and do it. I need all their fans that they just gained to rally because they are so underrated, and Korea knows that they're underrated. The proof is right there. I just get so Hotshot are like they're like so talented. I can't even take it. I need all these groups to stop. Like, I loved JBJ. I'm so glad they didn't extend. I know Joyfuls are probably gonna come after me for that, but like I am, because all these extended groups, like all these groups make no sense. Like, why did UMB need to happen? Because now Ace, which Ace are my babies, they have been my babies since they were busking. Why does Ace have to have their first debut album and have pictures and take press pictures and photo cards and stuff without their Maknae Chan in the whole entire CD? Why? What kind of sense does that make? Yeah, his vocals are on there, but he wasn't part of the photo shoot. This is their first, it's boy group's first debut album. When has that ever happened in K-pop?
Yeah.
Like, all these things are like happening because of these groups, and it just irks me inside because it's like, if Mnet has this much money to do all these things and make these huge and house 101 boys, why don't you take these boy groups and girl groups and make really interesting reality shows off of them? Or, I don't know, push them a little bit further, or have them where they show their talents and then they go back to their own groups. Like, why do they need to like be pulled and saturate the market even more and break these fans' dreams that know that they're gonna break up? Jeez, that was a rant and a half. Anyway,
but I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just one of my pet peeves. It's like non-permanent groups. And then you have, what's his name, from Mix 9. Mix 9 didn't even happen. Like, the winners of Mix 9.
That was a mess.
Yeah, he is a mess. He's a mess. And just, sadly, some of the idols that were there, like, ended up, leaving for mental health reasons. There's a member of 7 O'Clock that's actually on mental leave. And then Yujin from K&K has panic disorder, so he's on leave, and K&K hasn't had a release in over a year now. This July made it a year since their most recent track, Rain, came out. And then you have this gentleman that we found out today. I don't know when this is going to be uploaded, but we had found out that Kim Dong-yoon passed away.
He was from the group Spectrum.
Yeah, from the Spectrum, but he joined Mix 9. It's like so sad, like, because then they put their all in these shows and they cry, and then we like watch it as quote unquote entertainment, and like these kids are like crying because it's literally their lifeline. And Amber was just saying that every time we record or she records for something, that someone passes away.
I don't know why. It's not planned. I don't want it to happen again.
Not planned.
I don't want to.
She's not a hit man. She's not a hit woman.
I'm not. I swear. I want everyone to live till they're 1,000. I don't care. But it's really sad. We do send our condolences. Our heart goes out to his family, his members, the fans. So, yeah. And
as well as Minwoo from 100%.
Okay, I'm sorry, but like, okay, whenever you said underrated, I'm sorry, the first thought, here we go, Robyn rant time. It's your favorite. So, ever since Immy said underrated about Hotshot, I immediately started thinking about 100%. And I'm just like, 100%, 100%. If you guys don't know, 2 days ago, 100% just dropped their most recent comeback without Minwoo.
They did. Oh.
And literally, okay, even though I didn't cry in my reaction, I almost did. But when I was editing my reaction, I was bawling, And see, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to say exactly what I said in my video, too. So, if you guys don't know, 100% used to be 7 members. 7 members. They lost so many members due to the company being not the best. And, people just wanted to leave and, stuff like that. So we've lost so many members from 100%. And then a good majority of the time when 100% was promoting S5, when they were technically 6, the only reason why they were promoting S5 is because Minwoo went ahead and got his military service out of the way. So, Minwoo was there to stay and everything. And then I remember when I heard about his passing, I was over at my friend's apartment, and Roseanne texted me, "Hey, are you okay?" And I was like, okay, something had to happen, because I didn't know. Because I'm like, obviously when I'm at my friend's house, I'm not like on my phone 24/7. So I'm just like, okay. So I went to Twitter, and the first thing I saw was 100% Seol Minwoo passed away. And I was like, and I looked at my friend, I was like, give me a moment. And I literally went to my car and cried my eyes out in front of my friends, Jay from Simply J Baby and Roseanne from Beautiful Roses. I literally cried in front of them on Skype, and I was a disgusting mess. And it hurts me because he was so young in a way to have what happened happen to him. He died of cardiac arrest or heart attack, and I'm just like, and what I said in my video is that I don't think I could ever listen to their comeback song again, or their album again, because they also, before, right around Kcon, I think it was right after Kcon, they had their comeback in Japan. And 100% is like 10 times more popular in Japan than they are in Korea. Why? Because they actually promote in Japan, and the company that they're under in Japan actually promotes them, whereas the top media doesn't do anything about them when they're promoting in Korea. But I was like, they dropped their Japanese album in Japan, and I tried listening to it. I couldn't listen to it. I literally was like, I would cut it off like a third in, and I was like, I can't listen to this. It doesn't have Minwoo. And it crushed me, because I know how hard he's worked from debut. Literally getting one line in debut. Voice was not the best, what do you expect when you first debut? You know your voice isn't going to be the best. I have seen this boy work so hard. He literally went to, the unit. He went to the unit and worked his butt off. Did he get picked? No. Rakhyun and Hyukjin got picked, and I kind of called that because they're the main vocalists. But he worked his butt off. He literally worked his butt off. And I always say this, 100% did not get the start that they deserved. Because when they debuted, that's when Teen Top was gaining popularity. So they 100% had a lot to live up to compared to Teen Top, like with synchronized dancing, manly concepts, what else? Hard vocals and stuff like that. 100% was not that. They were not like the hardcore knife-like choreography dancers that Teen Top was and stuff like that. They should focus more on their vocal game because their vocal game is stronger than Teen Top's by far. And I'm a huge Angel and I'm saying this. Their vocal game is so strong, but people are too blind and stupid and deaf to even notice and listen to them. Because literally, their comeback stage with Oldie and Me, Sketch You, with their comeback stage, name a group that had a comeback stage and sang in a cappella. Comeback stage on Music Bank, sang in a cappella. I literally cried. And I just seen them grow so much since their debut. And to see like something this tragic happen hurts me immensely. And I'm just like, my poor babies. And I'm so happy that, you know, they decided to continue. Because I honestly thought that they were going to disband after that. I honestly thought they were going to disband. But I'm so happy that they decided to push through and come back. And I'm just like, they've been through so much and they deserve the whole world and I love them and please support their comeback. I will try my best, but I can't listen to it because I'll cry. Thank you.
Thank you.
Like it triggers me so much because like they worked so hard and they received so little. Like they had to live up to these expectations that Teen Top has set for them, and it's just like they're not like that. Like, did they pull it off? Yeah, they pulled it off, but was it them? No. They have a stronger vocal game than they do a dance game. So, I'm happy that with Better Day and Sketch You, they decided to actually focus more vocally than dancing-wise. So, yeah, it's just when I heard about Minwoo, I was literally like shut out. Like, even I don't want to bring it up, but even with Chonghyun, like, I was shut out from the world. Like, you can ask my family, I was literally a living zombie when Chonghyun passed away and when Minwoo passed away. And I think I was slightly worse with Minwoo than I was with Chonghyun. Because I felt like I had a different level of, like, connection with Minwoo than I did with Chonghyun. So, yeah, it was a difficult. And I'm still like, I literally had their album and I'm just like, I want to listen to it, but I know I'm going to start crying because I'm going to like be thinking like Minwoo's not there anymore. It's just hard.
Alright, so we're in the last 10 minutes of the show and I kind of want to try something new. So we're going to go around and we're going to say whatever K-pop thing that comes to our mind that's like K-pop news. So yeah, I'll start. And then we'll go to Robyn and then Immy, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so something that we haven't talked about, I'm gonna say, since we were talking about like America and seeing K-pop in America, Tiffany and Amber American debut. Okay, that's it.
For me, Teen Top 8-year anniversary.
Ooh, okay. For me, Jung Se-woon's most recent comeback, he had to go to Russia to film his music video.
Is BAP disbanding? We will have to find out.
Newest W's comeback with Deja Vu killed me.
For the K-drama watchers, Park Min-young and Park Se-joon are supposedly reportedly dating, but then again, their company, well, one person's company denied it, but we all know with the Song couple, they denied it and then they ended up married the next day. So we'll have to stay tuned for that relationship.
Ooh. Lots of comebacks. Icons coming back. Hyorin, Summer comeback. Card, 17. Yeah.
For me, this is news to me because I literally found out right before the show. JYP dropped all of GOT7's Japanese albums on Apple Music today.
Yep. Ooh.
So you know your girl downloaded all that. I was like, yes, I can finally listen to Turn Up in my Swagger. I'm sorry.
I didn't know that.
We had actually Tom Cruise, Henry Cavill, and I forget the other actor's name, I'm so sorry, on Running Man this past week. That was a really big thing that everyone's talking about, and I can't wait to watch the episode.
That's all I have.
Oh, I got one.
Go.
The In My Feelings challenge. Just so y'all know, Kim Yoo-gum, Bam Bam, and Kino did it before J-Hope. Sorry.
Oh.
I love you for that, because I actually got attacked online for saying something like that.
I mean,
literally, Bam Bam and Yoo-gum did it in New York. I was like...
Yeah, they started talking about it in New York, and I was like, you know what? I know this is gonna catch on, and then everyone else did it. And then all of a sudden, when J-Hope did it, it's newsworthy. But hey, even though he has his own challenge called the Baseline Challenge, but whatever.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to say it. Like, Kim Yoo-gum and Bam Bam of GOT7 and Kino and Pentagon did it before J-Hope. Sorry. Oh, and Samuel. Yep. Okay, sorry. And Samuel. I can't forget my child.
I can't forget my child. One more K-drama one. Kim Woo-bin celebrated his birthday this July 16th, and that is my actor baby. And he has actually got an update about his cancer treatments, and he actually sent a coffee truck to a show to support EXO's DL. A random fact.
Not news or anything, but I just want everyone, all the fandoms, to stop fighting. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, I got one that I'm gonna get a lot of hate for.
I'm scared.
Momoland's Bam sounds exactly like Boom Boom.
Oh, no, everybody.
Yeah, I know.
That.
A lot of people are fighting me on this. I'm just like, okay, you can't just put the music over Bam. You can put the music of Bam over the dance for Boom Boom. Same thing. Same with vice versa. Like literally same thing. But people are attacking me like saying, no, it's different. It's different. No, it's not.
But you know, there's like people. They're saying like they're going into detail like, oh, the music, the drums are a little bit different, and they're beating this one. It's like it's the same.
Oh,
it's the same thing.
Oh, and then also another thing about Momoland, Jui not bowing to her sunbathings.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, she didn't bow because they didn't win. Twice won, like, it was Momoland versus Twice, and Momoland didn't win. And you could tell that Jui and Nancy weren't happy about it. And, like, Nancy still bowed, but Jui, they were right next to Newest. Jui didn't bow to them. I was mad. I was like, hello? Like, you should be praising your life right now because you know how much I would kill to fucking be you right now. Sorry, you're gonna have to bleep that out. But, like, do you know how much I would kill to be you standing next to Aaron and Jonghyun? Sorry.
We have 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Say whatever you want.
2 more minutes? Okay.
Astro's comeback. Sorry. Astro's not promoting because they don't have enough money. Please go support Astro. Okay.
Stan Astro.
Okay. Stan Astro. 2 p.m. Taecyeon signs with a new agency, but JYP said that they will still promote as a 6 somehow. I don't know how that happens. I didn't read the article. I just read the headline like 2 days ago, I think.
Yeah, same here.
I didn't know that though.
Eric Nam is Amazing Life. If you have the opportunity to go see him, go do it.
I would love to.
Oh, and RIP B1A4, they lost members. I don't know if they disbanded though, but Baro and Jin Young left the group.
My bias left.
B1A4.
Okay, girl group news. Red Velvet's official light stick, and I think that's gonna be my first girl group light stick ever because those are my absolute queens. I was there for the English version of Bad Boy, and I didn't notice that it was even in English until the last line because I was crying the whole time.
Bro, when they went into English, I was like, it was like chorus by the time I realized that they went into English. I was like, oh, girl, what? I
had no, ask my mom, I had no idea it was English until the last line, which the last line is English anyway. But my mom was like, they just sang in English. I was like, no, they didn't. She's like, how you know? You were crying the whole time. I was like, you right.
1 minute.
1 minute. So I want to say a shout out to Good Day New York for making a home for GOT7 and Monsta X for getting our boys on prime time TV. Also, I was interviewed because of GOT7, so I also made it on primetime TV.
What? You did?
Yes, I did too. I did. Yep. Jeff Benjamin, actually, we walked into the K-pop store. I call it the K-pop store. Everyone knows which one it is in New York, on Korea Way. And I walked in, and Jeff Benjamin was there. I saw him previously the day before at Kcon New York. I wanted to interview him, have him on my show. We were talking about that. So when I walked in, we were shopping a little bit, and he was like, "Oh, thank God someone walked in." That I know. He's like, they want to interview a couple people, and I know like you're gonna say like everything about GOT7, and I know they got you into K-pop, so please like, can you do this like quick interview? I'm like, sure, and that's how I ended up on the news.
That's dope.
Yeah, Jeff Benjamin's a sweetheart. That's another.
Before we end, I also like to say, JYP, what the F? They uploaded a video of like the American tour. Please explain to me why Houston was only 10 seconds long. I was mad. I was like, and like you couldn't even see me. Like you could see the back of my head. I was like, because whenever they were showing the fans outside, you could see the back of my head. I was like, why Houston only 10 seconds long? I was heated about it.
All right, so that's the end of the episode. I want to thank my guest number 1 and guest number 2. I kind of want to do this new thing. I don't want to introduce you guys again because that's just a waste of time. Everyone knows you. So we'll go ahead and say fighting at the end, okay? 1, 2, 3, fighting!
Fighting!
키퍼가 없는 골대에 미정해진 나의 승리. Give it, be the best. I don't wanna be same. 한계를 넘어설 땐 난 벌써 최정상에 있어. Be the best. I don't wanna be same. 남들과 달라 난 한 발짝 더 먼저 앞서 있어.